a foot or an inch, yeah, I fight for you all. It's the truth and I'm in, yeah, I fight for every breath that I take, and I fight for every step that I make. When you add up the inches, life or death, winning or losing is the difference. You are the witness, inches around us, every second decisions. Too slow and I missed it, fast and I skipped it, but I'm on time so I gripped it. If you were ready to die then you will get this. If you're afraid of your life then you fight for that edge. No matter how far I come, I know I still got a step to take. Pull that shit, yeah, I do what I have to get where I got to. Eat, thirst, that's it. I've been conquered by better, so what can you do to me? Fight for that edge. This is more than a team, it's family and I'll die for them.
No telling how high this peacock can fly.
RJ Everybody pointed their fingers at the STDs and laughed. They called us jokes.
On special guest commentary this evening, he is your IWC Heavyweight Champion, Dalton the Soul!
We welcome you to IWC's New Era, Courttime Sports Center, Elizabeth, Pennsylvania. New IWC champion Dalton Castle in the ring to kick off a new era.
That's good. Don't worry. The Peacock song will be back, sunshine. I feel good too, all right? It's a new year, a new era here at IWC, and I am damn proud to be the one to lead you guys in it. I know when I first got here, we didn't always see eye to eye. But over time, I grew to love this place, and I think a few of you grew to appreciate what I do in this ring. And this obnoxiously large belt around my waist signifies that I am the best wrestler in that locker room, and I plan on proving it to you every month right here in this very ring. Tonight, my opponent will be decided by a over-the-top battle royale. Let's go nuts! And to be honest with you, I don't care who wins it. Because you keep sending guys into this ring, and I'll keep dropping them on their heads. This is the IWC Championship, and I am never giving it up!
Shut up, Dalton Castle!
Corey Futuristic along with Ginger.
I'm the real hypnotic milkshake! And it's my time to shine!
Of the STDs, what's he doing out here?
Listen, pal, I'm winning the Battle Royal today. I already did the Battle Royal in the future, and guess what? I beat you for the title. So let's skip the Battle Royal and just do this right now.
Already did it in the future.
All right, Corey, listen.
Whoa! Corey's future might have just gotten a bit bleaker. Huge sidewalk slam! An emphatic beginning to the era of the Peacock in IWC. The other STDs around here, Flexor, Kingpin, McDowell, and Andrew Palace tending to their fallen comrade. They'll all be participating in this Battle Royal, where the winner will get a shot at...
Your opening contest is a special over-the-top Battle Royal, where the winner will receive a shot at Dalton Castle and the IWC Heavyweight Championship. The only way to be eliminated in this contest is to go over the top rope and both feet touch the floor. Already in the ring, Corey Futuristic, Just Flexor, Brian McDowell, and Andrew Palace, the STDs.
Now joined by Dalton Castle, we can enjoy your handiwork, champ.
What the hell was that? Why did that little kid come out?
Well, the future of IWC looking pretty bright, and I don't think Corey Futuristic has quite the
Introducing the other participants,
I didn't want to
Colin,
Let's do that, right?
Let's go to Pedro, hot and cute in the ring, let's beat the rest.
He'll be fine. He'll be fine.
Brandon Watts, and Randy Summers, Colin, Star, Gregory, Iron, Lee Ryans, Asylum, Jay Bush, All Ego, Ethan Page, Jimmy Vegas, and Justin Isle, the Golden Dollars, of you paid to see me exclusively in this Battle Royal tonight. And I hate to disappoint, but as per my contract, I only do one show a night. And as you all know, later I have to take care of this dreadlock douchebag Facade. And at intermission, I'll be there to take pictures and give you eye contact and sign all my merchandise. So until then, I bid you all a very fond adieu. Thank you very much.
RJ City, the Super Indy champion, just refused to compete. Facade chasing RJ to the back.
Wait, so now we're down 2 guys. That's less people in the ring.
Well, you got to think Facade would be disqualified for not being in the ring at the sound of the bell. But we still have over. Well, Facade's come back.
Like the ninja he is. Those ninjas are sneaky.
Creeping while you're sleeping, and the Battle Royal starts. We have 20-plus athletes in the ring, Dalton. So many divergent and diverse styles and backgrounds. And
I love it, Dombrowski. I love it.
they all want a shot at your championship.
They all have a shot at a match with me. They don't have a shot at my championship. I made my message very clear. I came prepared this year, and I am never giving up this title. But I am willing to wrestle any one of these dudes.
Brandon Watts has been eliminated.
Hey, there we go. There's one gone.
Watts eliminated one half of the Milk Chocolate tag team making their IWC debut.
Milk chocolate.
Corey
Can't keep me on the
Futuristic
mic.
has been
We have
eliminated.
to move this?
You're just so rambunctious. You're moving all over the
Remy,
place.
LaVey has been
I'm a little worked
eliminated.
up. I came out to greet the crowd, and somebody tried to jump the gun and say that they don't need to compete in this Rumble.
RJ City, Super Indy champion, nothing to sneeze at in his own right, but we know the top prize in this company is the IWC championship.
Darn right it is. Look at these guys there. We've got the Founding Fathers turning on each other.
Gregory Iron has been eliminated.
Bodies flying out quicker than we could call them.
You know, I mean, I'm sure that
Justin Idol
I'm sure
has
Idol
been
would have done the same
eliminated.
thing to him.
Opportunistic circumstances for the Founding Fathers. I believe Gregory Iron, the inspirational one, he's been eliminated. A lot of young guys in there. Jay Flash, Sam Cassidy, Blake Morris, number of others. We have debuting stars like Ethan Page, veterans like Colin Delaney, Luke Gallows, Facade, Jimmy Vegas.
Can we look at the size of Luke Gallows? Who just left? Who just died? Somebody just fell out of the ring.
Vaughn Starr has been eliminated.
Somebody star.
Vaughn Starr, an IWC youngster from the ICWA Training Academy.
Star Jones is in
Blake
this?
Morris has been eliminated.
These bodies are flying out like, well, bodies flying out of a ring, right?
That shows you the intensity, that shows you the desire to make it to the very end. Nobody wasting any time.
Facade there.
Kingpin McDowell.
Brian McDowell has been eliminated.
That's a tag champion Facade just eliminated. Facade's had some great matchups for the IWC title in the past. Would love to see Facade and Castle tonight.
I wouldn't.
It's Facade.
I got my eyes set on somebody a little bigger. Like
Randy
that guy
Summers
just chucked
has been
Palace
eliminated.
out of the ring. Asylum.
Palace trying to
Andrew
hang on.
Palace has been eliminated.
Asylum, the standout from Ontario, the man who was
Jay
too rough.
Flash has been eliminated.
Too rough for rugby, got kicked out of the sport.
He also is too rough for the Puppy Bowl. I don't know if he... 3 consecutive roughness calls.
Colin Delaney has been eliminated.
Wait, look over in the corner. We got Jimmy Nuts and Joe Brooks, former tag team partners.
Colin Delaney out, chest flexor out.
Chest Flexor has been
A
eliminated.
couple of dark horses. Ethan Page tossed out by Asylum, battle a
Wait,
newcomer.
Ethan Page is...
Good night.
Well, that's one way to make sure he stays out.
John McChesney's still in there, and we got to talk about
All
McChesney.
Ego Ethan Page has been eliminated.
He and Joe Brooks, Team Big League, both have a score to settle with you. You beat McChesney for that championship.
I don't think I'm going to have to worry about McChesney, though, right now.
Lee
Gallows
Lyons has been
working on him.
eliminated.
I don't know what is happening. There's just bodies flying everywhere.
Sam Cassidy gone. Facade still in. Jimmy Nutt still in. Brooks in. McChesney,
Sam
Gallows.
Cassidy has been eliminated.
Vegas catching his breath.
Keith
Asylum,
Hawk
Vegas.
has been eliminated.
Well, the Battle Royal has always been a big man's game, dating back to Andre the Giant. How can one man toss out a number of these individuals as the herd thins? The
I
odds
don't like the
increase.
move Facade's doing. That doesn't seem smart at all.
Not
You
enough.
don't want to go to the top of the rope. All you got to push you out, and then they can catch you if they're as big as that guy.
The Daredevil with the
bodies in the ring. You got to be aware of your surroundings.
And Team Big League,
Head on a swivel like a gecko.
Team Big League, the only faction involved is still in this matchup. They have 2 representatives. They can work in
You don't think
tandem.
Asylum and Gallows are buddies? Look at them. They're both wearing singlets.
They're both
Hugging. They're hanging out. They're buddies.
They're trying to eliminate each other.
Oh, is that what they're doing?
Irresistible force and immovable object. No friends when it comes to the
Perhaps
IWC
Gallows
Championship.
is wearing that fancy Axe spray. And
look at how many friends and allies that you had your tumultuous issues with, Dalton, on your road to the title.
well, now they don't look like they're buddies anymore. That looks like it hurts a lot.
What about Nuts and Brooks? Oh! Former partners, and Nuts outsmarts both members of Team Big League.
Brooks has gone through the middle of the rope. Now let's keep that in mind. You got to go over the top, right, to lose?
Absolutely.
Or to be eliminated?
Both feet must hit the floor as well. And check out Nuts! Nuts just eliminated.
Big League
His
John
former
McChesney
boss.
has been eliminated.
It's got to feel good. It's got to feel good. Now, I don't like seeing Nuts succeed. He's been kind of a thorn in my paw because I have paws all of a sudden.
But just imagine what that does to John McChesney's psyche. He wanted that one last shot at you so badly.
Well, just imagine what that body that he's walking around
5 minutes gone by in this contest. 5 minutes.
I shouldn't say that. He's going to probably get sad.
Well, McChesney, he's a thinking man's wrestler. He can beat you so
Look at
many
these
ways.
2 big boys going at it, just locking horns.
We got 5 men.
We got 5 men. It looks like the size of
my
4
God.
men just went over the top rope.
Vegas
Asylum and Jimmy
They're a
Vegas
double
have been
guy. They
eliminated.
both count as 2 guys.
And
Oh, now that what do we got here?
I think Brooks went downstairs on
There's some
Nuts.
action on the outside of the ring going on.
Vegas and Asylum still slugging it out on the outside in the ring.
What just happened to Nuts is Nuts?
Brooks just found out that he's not alone. And Brooks gets tossed. And it's Jimmy Nuts. Can he conquer the
Joseph
giant?
Brooks has
Luke
been
Gallows.
eliminated.
Nuts has got some, well, you know,
Intestinal fortitude.
I was going to say testicles.
And check out this reaction.
This crowd is behind him.
They're going nuts. And Gallows, the reason they call him the director of chaos.
What do you think that fist feels like?
Gallows has been the bodyguard of some of the biggest names in this sport.
Oh!
And that boot just measures Jimmy Nuts. But the name of the game is throwing him over the top.
This big man coming in like the juggernaut.
Oh, nobody home.
It's quick thinking by Nuts there. He's got a lot of twitch reflex. Shouldn't be on top of those ropes. But when you're working with a big man like that, you gotta have some momentum.
They gotta pull out all stops. They got 6'3" pounds.
Whoa, Dombrowski, what?
McChesney's back.
Did he hear my comment about his body?
Why is Justin LaBar out here with McChesney? But Gallows! Gallows just eliminated.
Here is your winner and receiving a shot at the IWC Heavyweight Championship later on tonight, Luke Duck Gallows!
Luke Gallows just won the title shot.
Did you see what he just did after?
And he's aligned with Justin LaBar. And this woman in the ring added confusion to the matter, and Team Big League creating a big mess out here. Keep in mind, Justin LaBar's had his hands in a lot of sticky situations here at IWC,
Well,
associating with a lot of people that,
speaking about hands, it looks like I'll have mine full tonight with that big boy.
6'6", 300-pound Dalton Castle. We wish you luck. What's the relationship between Justin LaBar and Luke Gallows?
You think you're gonna call me out tonight, Nuts? You people love Jimmy Nuts, don't you?
McChesney and
He's
Nuts
a piece of garbage.
scheduled for a
That's why you're
confrontation.
not Team Big League. You're nothing but garbage.
And this is not the confrontation we had in mind.
Jimmy Nuts, nobody likes you.
Wait a second. Here comes Al Snow. The Crown Prince of Hardcore. Scheduled to meet Joseph Brooks tonight.
Dombrowski, I'm going to go back and watch some tape on Mr. Gallows.
Please do, Dalton. We wish you luck. Thank you for joining us.
Pleasure.
The story in the ring now with Al Snow coming to the aid of Jimmy Nuts. Al
What
Snow
does
has
everybody want?
his own issues with Team Big League.
What does everybody need? What does everybody love? So let me get this straight. Hey, pay attention, schmuck. Shut your pie hole. Everybody wants to hear you shut your yammering skull cave. Everybody wants to hear me talk, I hear you talk. That's why I have the microphone. Run! So let's get this straight. There's two of you. You seem to have a problem with nuts. That's not what I heard. I heard you love nuts. They look like they love nuts, don't they? Especially nuts on your chin. Aww. Don't get the boo-boo face now. Aww. Careful, you broke your penis enlargement tube. So what I'm thinking is, if I do the math correctly, there's two of you, you have a problem with one of him. Now there's two of us, there's two of you, and if the fans here in the greatest city in America, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, want to see a tag match, give me a hell yeah, huh? What do you think? You guys want to see a tag match? So it sounds like tonight it'll be me and him against you two, and you not only get a little nuts, you also get a little head, too.
What an announcement! Two huge main events signed in this segment alone. Not only will Dalton Castle defend the IWC title against Luke Gallows, but also Jimmy Nuts has a new tag team partner. It's Al Snow. They'll take on Team Big League later tonight.
What does everybody need?
Introducing first, representing the STDs, he weighs in at 195 pounds. He is wrestling out of somewhere up in the skies of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Ladies and gentlemen, Andrew Colin!
One-on-one action here coming up at IWC's New Era. Andrew Palin performed what many call one of the biggest upsets in IWC history when he defeated Matt Stryker to become the very first man to qualify for Super Indy 13 coming up this year. And we're going to hear from Andrew Palin. He'll tell you himself.
Listen up. I may have not won the Battle Royal, this Purple Princess is the first qualifier for Super Indy! And tonight, I face somebody named Gregory Irons, and he has cerebral palsy. And let's bring him out. Let's see what he can do against Mr. Super Indy right here.
Well, Pal is certainly very proud of his accomplishment, being the first to qualify for Super Indy this year. And hey, I don't blame him, but
And his opponent.
his hands at the moment, because we're about to meet once again one of the most
He weighs in at 154 pounds, wrestling out of Cleveland, Ohio. He is the handicap hero, the crippled crusader, the man that not even cerebral palsy can pin down, Gregory Iron!
Born with cerebral palsy, a neurological disorder that affects the mobility of the right side of Greg's body. He has lived his entire life with limited use of his right leg, especially his right arm and hand, but didn't let that leave him on the outside looking in. When it came to his dream of being a professional wrestler, inspired at age 16 when he saw Zach Gowen moonsault the Big Show on WWE television, Greg chased his dream and is now one of the best young stars in independent wrestling. And personally endorsed by a man named CM Punk.
You know, this man does deserve your applause. Seriously, give this guy a hand. Seriously, he's an inspiration. Like, I'm not even kidding. Seriously, clap. Clap. Why aren't you clapping? You were booing me. Why don't you clap him? Huh? Yeah, let's give him a hand. Let's give him a hand. And I'll give you a hand.
Oh, come on. Completely out of line by Palace, as I'm now joined by one half of We Are Rock Stars, a staple of the IWC Tag Team Division. He is Aiden Vale. Young Aiden, you know Andrew Palace very well from your travels and your confrontations over the years. Welcome to the broadcast position for this matchup, and a great match you chose to join us with.
How's it doing, Joey? Yeah, glad to be here. I've gone up and down the road a little bit with Andrew Palace. I'd like to get into the ring a little bit more with him. He's been impressing me a little bit here, so let's see if we can do tonight.
It's Iron mounting some offense on Palace in the early going. Series of takedowns to the Purple Princess, the fans call her.
I think that name will stick.
And Iron, with one hand, deposits Palace to the outside.
Where was he a little bit ago? He could have did that right there in the Rumble.
Second time Palace has been thrown over the top rope thus far. Palace none too happy about it.
I think he needs to get his head a little more in the game.
He's pretty fast, guys. He's pretty fast. But he is not the first entry into Super Indy!
I think he's trying to tell us something.
Wrestle somewhere soon?
Well, I remember wrestling. He's going to have to wrestle if he wants to win Super Indy this spring. Gregory Iron came to wrestle. Iron came to prove something. Huge suicide dive to the outside.
I think Andrew may have not prepared as much as he thought he was for this match.
The biggest mistake you can make is underestimating Gregory Iron. He loves proving critics and cynics wrong. He loves silencing people that tell him you can't do it.
I think Andrew Palace is finding that out firsthand here tonight.
And Palace, I'll tell you, we have never discredited Palace's wrestling ability. And Iron, small the back first, on the corner of that ring post. Iron just crumples to the floor. We've never discredited the ring ability of Andrew Palace, but between the goggles and the rest of the sexy, talented dudes, and now his braggadocious nature towards defeating Matt Stryker, as Palace finds too. Palace, certainly his head is not fully in the game where it needs to be, and I think he's hopefully fixing to change that by Super Indy in about 4 months.
Hey, if he doesn't, he's going to have a big problem, because as soon as he gets into that ring in Super Indy, he's going to come right out on his back, because he's not prepared.
Sexy, talented dudes have been very successful. They currently possess the Tag Team Championship. Palace, we talked about the upset victory over Stryker, one of the forerunners of IWC Most Memorable Moment of the Year. Well, one of the top runners-up of that category on our IWCWrestling.com year-end award. But Gregory Iron has gotten so many accolades in his career, not just in professional wrestling, but public speaking, motivationally speaking, inspiring so many young kids of special needs and disabilities.
And he motivates me.
He motivates everybody just to see how he lives life and how he pushes through despite the odds that have been put against him. Really shows you the power of the human mind and the power of the human spirit. And certainly the power of Gregory Iron physically, nothing to shake a stick at either.
Hey man, I've been having troubles with my shoulder here for 2 years. This guy's been having trouble with his arm for his entire life. You know, I don't know how he does it. I have a ton of respect for him.
Palace for the cover here, 2-0. Briefly, please update us on the condition of your arm and shoulder, Aiden.
It's getting better, brother. I'm finally getting some strength going again. Return to the ring. I'm really not sure when exactly, but he's coming along.
Well, so hope to see you back in there real soon with your partner Jordan Lennox. Perhaps, maybe even as an entrant in Super Indy. Maybe you'll be the guy to knock Andrew Palace out of contention.
He might have to teach him a thing or two about a thing or two, man. He's getting a little too cocky.
Well, you don't want to start on hairstyles, but be that as it may, Palace measuring Iron, doesn't see it coming. Oh, Palace tried to jump up, but Iron fights through. Greg creating some motion here. Smaller man, and he connects. Center of the ring, huge impact on the crossbody. Iron created an opening for himself. Iron works around his limitations. He turns his negatives into positives.
There he goes, getting this whole crowd behind him. He knows what he's doing.
And Palace got the DDT the second time. And cover and another near fall. I think Palace is still riding that Matt Striker wave. I think he's starting to believe his own hype. Thought this would be a picnic. And now he wants to talk about it again.
He's very verbal tonight, man. I don't like this. Keep your head in the game, kid. Come on.
Listen up. I will be Super Indy champion. Because I am the goggled Super Indy qualifier. And no one, absolutely no one, is going to stop me.
Wait, Iron roll up!
What are you doing?
Roll up out of there!
Iron just beat him! Right Iron, baby!
Iron just beat him!
With the mic in his hand.
No! 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 No!
Palace, I'm not sure he realized what just happened.
Yeah, I think this is gonna be another one of those falls.
One-armed.
Here is your winner, the handicap hero, Gregory.
Andrew Palace! Andrew Palace! Andrew Palace! There's nothing!
Gregory Iron endures today to fight tomorrow. And Palace just lost a big chunk of that Super Indy momentum.
I think you better call that striker and make some peace and get some advice, because he's going to need it for Super Indy.
He's crippled!
Gregory Iron, big time return to IWC. Huge win.
I'm still Super
Andrew
Indy.
Palace, back to the drawing board
I'm Super Indy.
for him, but he still is
Now you
in
fat
Super Indy
people.
later this year.
Can be that, as I am.
Introducing first, being accompanied to ringside by Dennis Gregory and representing the Founding Fathers. He weighs in at 195 pounds, wrestling out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Here is Justin Idol.
Justin Idol having to regroup from being tossed out of the Battle Royal by his own tag partner, Jimmy Vegas. Certainly can't be surprised about that based on the MO of this faction. But Founding Fathers have some bigger fish to fry, as I'm now joined by Jay Worthington Farnsworth. They're scheduled to contest the IWC Tag Team titles. Later tonight, Founding Fathers and the STDs.
I would say that Justin Idol looked more shocked that he didn't realize it was going to happen than angry that it actually happened.
The junior member of the Founding Fathers, for lack of a better term.
They'll learn.
And his opponent, representing Hot and Cute. He weighs in at 195 pounds, wrestling out of Rochester, New York. He is the extremely cute wrestler, Colin Delaney.
ECW, the extremely cute wrestler Colin Delaney, former co-holder of the IWC Tag Team Championships, as one half of Hot and Cute, along with Team Hot and Colin. Best known from tag team competition, but certainly a formidable force in the singles ranks as well.
Oh, very true. Take nothing away from his singles ability.
What about his dancing ability?
Well, clearly also top notch. Although you notice the Founding Fathers didn't want to show him up, dance-wise.
Excuse me?
Well, neither of them were dancing. This easily could have been a dance-off, but the Founding Fathers didn't want to beat him twice.
Dennis Gregory is stealing chairs from fans in the crowd. Justin Idol still surprised to see his association with the Founding Fathers after he turned his back on so many of his students training at the ICWA, students that were picked on by the Founding Fathers for a number of months.
If you can't beat them, you join them.
Idol and Colin go collar and elbow. Two very skilled young veterans. Looking at them, may deceive you as far as how long they've been at this, how many wars they've seen. Colin, not even 30 years old yet, but man, he's seen pretty much everything everywhere.
Yeah, very true. One of the, for a while, one of the mainstays of Chikara.
Certainly.
Is his famed tenure in the WWE version of ECW. A personal favorite of Tommy Dreamer's.
Absolutely. Mentored by Tommy Dreamer for quite a while.
And has definitely carved his own path here in IWC. Well, both his and Keith Hot's, as Hot and Cute.
Absolutely
Did
has.
you mention Hot and Cute?
I did mention Hot and Cute.
Good. Did you see Keith Hot's scarf when he came in? Amazing scarf. I just want to point that out.
I did not notice the scarf.
If any of you listening to this gets the chance to see that scarf, trust me, take that chance. You won't regret it.
Well,
speaking of, and almost, boom.
Did Idol just tag out against Gregory? No, that's not going to happen.
It just did. Which is kind of a shame because he took off that awesome shirt.
Well, Dennis Gregory's got his own problems later tonight. Now, it'd be kind of nice if the referee did something about this, wouldn't you think?
Yeah, you would have thought that, well, CJ is discussing it now.
So, yeah, it took him a while.
Well, you don't want to get too in the face of someone like Dennis Gregory.
Was he not sure which one it was? And there's a heel kick by Colin. Idol tried to come in the blind side. Certainly thought about it for a while. And that founding father elaborate plan certainly backfired.
Well, it was going good up until the end.
Yeah, you ain't kidding.
They can't all be singers, Joe. They can't all be singers.
Well, Colin Delaney sneaking Idol in the corner, climbing to the second turnbuckle. And Idol, man, just pops up and drives Colin down to the back of his head.
Justin Idol letting everyone know why he's in the Founding Fathers. Because he is smart.
Is he smarter because he plays possum?
Little column A, little column B.
All right. I think Idol has certainly lost his way in my estimation. And Dennis Gregory from behind. Moving as quickly as possible to get around the...
Sorry, I didn't see anything. I was looking at the shirt that Justin Idol was pointing out. He was showing CJ.
Oh, you are so easily distracted.
That's not my fault.
Someone jingles their keys at you, you're occupied for hours.
No more than 20 minutes. Eventually it gets old, Joe. It gets old.
Idol raking and scratching away at Colin Delaney on the outside.
Dennis Gregory has perhaps the best seat in the house.
Yeah, he stole it from a fan.
He didn't take a fan seat. He asked for a chair
from
a fan.
He intimidated.
He asked. He didn't say, give me a chair or I'll punch you in your stupid
Now, wait, is this why Idol's in the Founding Fathers? He's begging off. Dennis Gregory, again, being a nuisance and Idol. Capitalizing. I mean, when you got one eye on each man, it's almost impossible to wrestle a matchup properly.
Unless you have wall eyes. It's a little easier then.
Well, I don't think that applies to Colin Delaney.
No. I didn't say it did. I'm just letting you know of the possibility.
Reverse chinlock by Idol. We've seen Idol as an individual who has put himself in the IWC title picture in recent months. Would love to be back on that track. But you gotta believe Colin would love to capture one of his, maybe his highest profile. I have to check the record book. Professional Wrestling Singles Championship. So he can get a shot at the IWC title. Both these men were in the Battle Royal earlier. And Jay, we've got to get your thoughts on our feature matchup here later on. Dalton Castle taking on 6'6", about 300 pounds, the director of Chaos, Luke Gallows, a man who until a week or two ago wasn't even on the card. But he came in, he conquered, he apparently has some type of relationship with Justin LaBar. We'll get your thoughts right after we see Idol go high risk and nobody home. Colin with a chance, but Gallows and Castle tonight.
Well, honestly, I sort of feel bad for him because you got to figure Dalton Castle, even if he did all the homework on all the people, you can't be expecting someone the size and just sheer power of a Luke Gallows to be your opponent. When you find that out, he has, what, 2 hours if he's lucky to prepare?
Right.
There's no way to, I mean, in a way, the only advantage he has is he's probably seen Luke Gallows a little more than some of his other potential opponents. But it's still incredibly difficult. Oh, double underhook.
Colin in trouble, could have been a Tiger Driver. Delaney counters. And certainly, Jay, where none of us could have seen coming, the apparent relationship between Luke Gallows and Justin LaVey. We'll pursue that story. As it continues, we have a camera roving in the back. Idol catches Colin with a short jawbreaker. Nice combo offense to follow through with that kick.
Nice little boot to the head.
Colin out on his feet. Colin with a kick of his own. Sweet revenge.
Whoa.
Inside cradle. Colin. No. And Colin on top of Idol. You can see the power by Idol bridging up. Got that Tiger Bomb, modified variation, gonna have him. No. Idol breaking out some new tricks.
Haven't seen him do a double underhook like that. Double underhook into a side salto almost. It wasn't a backbreaker. It's kind of tough to see my monitors out. So
we'll work on that courtesy of SorgatronMedia.com. Justin Idol has Colin trapped in the corner. That's irrefutable.
I could refute it.
Monitors out. You're looking at somebody's T-shirt. Dennis Gregory's doing something. You're all over the map tonight.
I had some free time. I'm a little distracted.
That's what I get for being a journalist and inviting in-ring IWC stars out here to get a scoop. You're off getting into trouble. Colin with a stunner out of nowhere. This could do a deep hook in the leg. No.
Twisting, cutter, stunner.
And Colin showing signs of frustration of his own. I think Colin thought that was going to be it.
I can understand why. Drop a guy on his face, it tends to slow him down.
Well, Idol's on the certainly the worst end. Up and over goes Colin. Great sense of balance, but Colin and Idol back and forth. Idol puts the brakes on. And connects with that kick to the upper body. Colin just goes limp.
Well scouted.
Death blow, shades of Chris Hero by Idol. That's not a bad influence, but Colin responds. Pace quickens once again. Duck of a roaring elbow, Idol. Duck of similar, and Colin catches him the second time.
Each just looking for that elbow. Colin finally caught him.
What a tremendously competitive battle.
I'd say Justin's saving grace was he was by the ropes.
And by Dennis,
lucky enough to fall out.
And by Dennis Gregory as well. That doesn't hurt. Watch Colin. And Dennis Gregory daring Colin to fly through on him. And Colin bypasses Gregory and connects with a punch and an Idol.
And you know, Gregory may have a point there.
He does not have a point. If anything, CJ is letting Dennis Gregory get away with murder by constantly running in the ring.
Dennis Gregory has yet to lay a hand on Colin Delaney.
But he's still interfered with the proceedings of this matchup.
That's debatable.
It's not.
It's debatable. It's a moot point.
It's not a moot point. It's very relevant to what's happening. What are you talking about?
It is absolutely moot.
Springboard. Idol out of the way.
Oh!
Idol so adept with those knee strikes. And that may have knocked Colin out, and it did.
Here is your winner, Justin Idol!
Justin Idol wins for the Founding Fathers, but there's no way Jay Worthy can tell me he did it on his own.
Again, he did it on his own. It was easy. You got another?
It was not easy. Colin Delaney as tough as they come. Is this an omen? Sign of things to come. Founding Fathers win. Here one-on-one. They're scheduled for the Tag Team Championship later tonight. But I give credit for Colin Delaney for fighting 2-on-1 odds as long as he did. And we're just getting started here at IWC's New Era.
Introducing first, he weighs in at 217 pounds, wrestling out of Mount Sinai. Here is Flawless Blake Morris.
You're indeed looking at Flawless Blake Morris, a newcomer here to IWC, making his debut, looking very well put together. Blake Morris believes that he is absolutely perfect because, and this is a quote, God made him that way. He's one of those maybe overly preachy types that wants to force his beliefs on everybody else. And I'll state straight out, believe what you want. It's a free country, that's why we're here in America. But don't force your beliefs on other people.
And why do you always try and force your beliefs on me, Joe? Well, it's good for the goose, it's good for my grandkids.
What do
you gotta fit? Oh, the Founding Fathers are evil. They have a conspiracy. Oh, you should eat this sandwich. I didn't drop it, well, Farnsworth. You need to get on the same page as all your beliefs. If he has beliefs, and part of his beliefs are he should spread his beliefs, that's him having his own beliefs.
He weighs in at 2
Oh, look at this guy. Holy cow.
Canada. Here is Asylum.
Crap, look at him. He's huge.
We saw Asylum make his IWC debut back at Winner Take All at the end of 2013. Asylum made short work of Jay Flash. This man has been all over the world. He's been to Japan. He's been to Ring of Honor. He's been to WWE. This Ontario native made a big-time impact here from day one in the International Wrestling Cartel. Man with a background in rugby, so physical, he got thrown out of rugby for being too violent, and that ain't easy to do.
No, it's not. I've been thrown out of rugby.
That was just out of the stands, though.
No, I just kept poking everyone in the eye that got near me.
I see.
Turns out there are things you're not allowed to do.
Well,
10 eye pokes is one of them. There were only 3 other guys.
We'll see if Asylum needs eye pokes here against Blake Morris. That may be Blake Morris's best shot at this thing.
What's his backside say?
Flawless.
Flawless. Huh. Okay. I have a hard time with Gothic script.
There you go. They're going to tell me you had a hard time with backsides. Be that as it may.
With what?
Backsides. Ooh. What about the collision we saw on the back? And there you see Blake Morris. He wants to save everybody. Most people do this in the back before they come out. Not during the match.
Well, it's a free country. I recall you saying that.
It is, but...
It is, but when you disagree with it, but when it makes you uncomfortable...
He is allowed to say what he wants, but would you not agree...
As long as you agree with it.
Would you not agree it's not wise to turn your back on Asylum in a fight?
Yes. Yep. However, I don't know that I would ever get into a fight with Asylum.
No,
I would probably start by offering to buy him dinner and possibly...
Oh, what impact. Combo for 2.
Possibly a small car, whatever it would take to bribe him to not hit me.
Asylum's built like a small car.
Yeah, well, I figured he'd eat it, so.
Well, what about the collision we saw with Asylum and Jimmy Vegas, both eliminating one another in the Battle Royal? That's got to be nearly 600 pounds of beef over the top rope at once.
Yeah, I'm surprised we still have a top rope. It's not like they cleared it.
Not at all. But what do you do if you're Blake Morris? You know you have an opportunity to be here, and well, we went through that. That didn't work out too well so far.
Well, right now he's outstanding. He's putting the boots to him. Maybe sing a couple of spirituals.
You want him to sing? modified neck breaker, and Morris is fiddling with his wrist tape instead of focusing on Asylum. That could be a big mistake. Unless he's got something planned.
I don't know that he's fiddling. You might be right.
The official Troy Davis trying to detect it, but I'll give Morris credit for an attempt outside of the box, but oh, wait a second. Choking Asylum into the Russian leg sweep. Morris came prepared. And he's got the big man down. Could this do it? No.
Man, God helps those who helps themselves.
Well, he may need divine intervention to get through Asylum.
He's going to need something, because seriously, look at the size of him.
Can you imagine what would happen if Asylum and Jimmy Vegas ever crossed paths in a one-on-one environment?
Imagine what would happen if they had like one of those chicken fights where one was on the other's shoulder.
What? Handful of hair by Morris.
He didn't mean to grab the hair. He was laying on of hands.
What?
It's one of the Pentecostal things.
Wow.
You read your good book instead of all those dirty books you read.
Do you really think that Blake Morris is perfect enough to be judging others?
Yes.
I mean, what about...
that hair.
Oh, look out, Morris elevated. What about let he... what is it saying about he without sin cast the first stone? Morris is no better or worse than anybody else, but he thinks he is.
Yeah, but there have already been plenty of stones cast. Once the first one's thrown, you sure as hell want to be the second guy. Throw that second stone. Get into it early. Wow.
Asylum just throwing his body into Morris.
Look.
That could do it here. Their fault.
Asylum may help him meet his maker by the end of the evening.
Yeah. I had a chance to follow Asylum's career quite often in the Ring of Honor promotion. He and his tag team partner Burns, they were known as the Flatliners. And checking out how Asylum competes, it's easy to see why.
Get down! Get down!
Oh! Mid-air adjustment. Morris collapses onto Asylum's knee. And check out this reaction for the big man. And check out the deadlift. Oh, we saw this back in December. A gut-wrench powerbomb. Goodbye.
Here is your winner, Asylum!
The Lord was his shepherd, but he might have wanted to look to see to get a tag team partner next time he goes against Asylum.
Jay Worth, we've seen a lot of people in the near 13-year history of IWC make impactful, memorable debuts. But I can't remember a man in recent memory to have such a one-sided and quick first series of matches as Asylum.
I'm right there with you. I mean,
ladies and gentlemen, Justin Porter here. We are about halfway through the night. It's a new era, and right now I am joined by the founding fathers, Jimmy Vegas, Dennis Gregory, and Justin Idol here as well. Ladies and gentlemen, a lot going on here tonight already. Jimmy Vegas, we got to start with you. An impressive showing in tonight's Battle Royal. You went toe-to-toe with one of the biggest men in the IWC, Asylum, a man who you just saw get a huge victory here tonight. And I think you held your own in there during that Battle Royal.
First of all, Justin, you better not ever refer to somebody as a monster, a big man, in my presence. You have the audacity to say that in front of the man, the weapon of mass destruction.
I apologize.
No. 6'2", 272 pounds. You think a man by the name of Asylum intimidates me? You think so, Justin? He's a big guy, Justin!
I'm sorry.
What do you think?
Okay. Dennis, let's move on, because we know that you guys were scheduled for a tag team match here tonight, but we just found out, we spoke with the doctors, you're not medically cleared to compete. Can you tell us a little bit about your injury?
what?
No.
All right, well, can you tell us anything about who is going to take your place in this?
Listen, it doesn't matter who takes our place, all right? You're looking at the cure for the STDs, okay? Me and Vegas are supposed to work these boys tonight, take them belts. But some jackass, Dr. Pepper, who cares what his name is, says I am unfit to wrestle. You all saw me out there hopping around like a Mexican jumping bean. I'm good to go. I'm ready to work. So I gotta sit on the sidelines and watch. And that's what I'll do because the doctor's forcing me. But I will heal. So listen up, you fat little bowler and you little jackass hermaphrodite. We're gonna take your belts. It's only a matter of time. The Founding Fathers are coming for you for 3 reasons. I am the Eggman. I am the Walrus. Go-go-ga-choo! Justin, I hate you. Yeah. All right, Pedro, back to you.
The following is a special challenge tag team contest scheduled for one fall. Your referee, CJ. Introducing team number 1. They weigh in at a total combined weight of 452 pounds. Here is the team of Al Snow and Jimmy Nuts.
We were originally scheduled to see Al Snow one-on-one with Team Big League's Joseph Brooks. Jimmy Nuts had planned to call out his former abusive employer, John McChesney.
Oh, here we go.
And speaking of which, they're wasting no time. This tag team match has started. And I'll tell you this, once Team Big League, Al Snow had seen them jumping Jimmy Nuts 2-on-1, Al Snow got involved. This tag match got made. A great call by Al Snow and a great matchup we were not expecting, Jay Worth.
No, not at all. But happy to see it. I gotta say, I admire the fire that has been lit under Team Big League. They gotta take care of some business. They're not gonna let Al Snow get in their way.
Referee trying to institute some control here. We got 1 in and 1 out. It's John McChesney and Jimmy Nuts starting things out, and I think that's no accident. McChesney and Brooks back jumping Nuts as Nuts tries to fight up from underneath, but keep in mind, Nuts was fired from Team Big League back at Winner Take All this past December. And Nuts came back to make his presence known in that main matchup of McChesney and Castle. Brooks tried to get involved. Nuts was there to neutralize him. And a war was born. McChesney and Nuts, part of that Team Big League splinter right down the middle that seemed to be heavily influenced by conflicting reports of who was running the group between John McChesney, Norm Connors, and Justin LaBar. McChesney seemed to have tried to wedge LaBar in as an advisor, tried to shut Norm Connors out. Nuts stayed loyal to Norm Connors. McChesney did his own thing, and you're seeing the aftermath.
I don't, I have no problem with Jimmy Nuts showing loyalties, but there's a consequence to it, and this is what it is.
Why is there a consequence? Why is there a consequence to being loyal to someone who has helped you the past couple of years you've been here? Norm Connors was the executive consultant of Team Big League. Norm is not here tonight. He will be here next month at our live event in White Oak, and we hope to get some further answers and information from him on how he feels about this.
Do you even listen to your questions? Why when, if you invest in McDonald's, do you have no money when Burger King takes over the world? You're allowed to make whatever decision you want, but there are consequences. You don't go against John McChesney and expect everything to be fine. What? Oh, he's going to cross him off the Christmas card list? This is what happens.
Jayworth, how did Nuts go against anybody? He wasn't doing anything. He was just listening to one of his bosses, which was Norm.
He listened to the wrong boss.
Well, so Joseph Brooks listened to the right boss.
Apparently.
All right.
Well, right now, Jimmy Nuts is getting slapped in the chest. Joe Brooks is standing outside. That's not happening to him. Well, right now, I would say Jimmy Nuts made the wrong decision. Who knows? I mean, in 6 months, that could all change. There are consequences to being loyal to John McChesney, too.
And McChesney impeding Nuts from tagging in Al Snow. Well, there were consequences for John McChesney as well for his selfish behavior because he lost the IWC title later that night.
He absolutely did. I don't know if that was necessarily a consequence. So much as Dalton Castle just was able to take care of business.
Well, I think having Jimmy Nuts on the opposing side evened the playing field to give Dalton that fair shake he'd been after for over a year and finally got it winner take all.
Sure, I don't deny that. But being that fair shake, being that equalizer, now there are consequences.
Okay. And McChesney certainly inflicting some of those on Jimmy Nuts, but I think Jimmy Nuts has a world of potential. Jimmy Nuts, he could be a future IWC champion, and I don't think he had that opportunity when he was always in McChesney's shadow.
Oh, well, no, but I mean, there's a reason that Sean kicked Marty through the barbershop window. Sometimes you have to sever those ties.
Jimmy Nuts is no Marty Jannetty.
No.
That's apples and oranges.
No, it's apples and a different color apple. Well, you're not paying attention.
Well, keep in mind, not long after.
Do you need a Coca-Cola?
Well, there's a cover in the ring, as Brooks finds too. I was going to point out, not too long after that incident, Marty beat Sean for a championship.
But if he's not Marty, then why are you bringing that up?
As an example that sometimes you turn your back on someone and it comes back to haunt you. And that may have been what happened when McChesney was beaten by Dalton Castle. And now that Jimmy Nuts is his own man, and he's taking great advice from Norm Connors, and the crowd has adopted him, and he's gaining confidence as Jimmy Nuts, I think the best of Jimmy Nuts is still far yet to come.
I don't deny that. I'm just saying sometimes you have to, my point was, sometimes you have to cut yourself free from something, or sometimes you get cut free from something. I was sort of agreeing with you, but geez, you just don't listen. It's like I'm talking to my cat.
Because you're telling...
The difference being my cat listens better.
Because you're taking...
Side note, my cat, when he talks to me, talks in the Bane voice. It's really funny.
McChesney continuing to control Jimmy Nuts. They've done a great job of cutting this ring off at its hypotenuse. Have Team Big League to keep Al Snow out of this equation. Certainly Al Snow, something John McChesney didn't pay. Whoa, inside cradle! Nuts has his former boss pinned, and the official distracted by Brooks and Snow. Snow alerts CJ, cover no. Oh, what a bad break for Jimmy Nuts, and almost got the tag.
The blame on that was solely on Al Snow.
What?
He was arguing.
McChesney.
Had he not been arguing, then CJ would have been in position.
McChesney and Brooks created the diversion, both for Al and for the referee.
You let it go. You walk away. Al Snow was standing there arguing.
Well, Al Snow's not all right up in the head, in case you haven't noticed. He talks to a mannequin head.
Yeah,
he's got issues.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
Al Snow, a great wrestling mind when he can be in the right cognizances. Tough enough trainer, OVW trainer, producer of on TNA Impact Wrestling, 30-plus year veteran, one of the smartest minds in this industry. But man, when
from the Job Squad,
when he gets in a certain mood, just a screw goes loose and all bets are off.
Well, you get hit in the head hard enough. That tends to... Oh.
McChesney with a suplex. And you got to believe McChesney's relishing this attempt to teach Jimmy Nuts a thing or two.
Absolutely.
And keep in mind, Jay Worth, not to cut you off, but Jimmy Nuts eliminated John McChesney from the Battle Royal. That's a further reason, thanks to Jimmy Nuts, John McChesney is not competing for the IWC Championship or the champion.
Oh, yeah, I am sure that...
I'll counter by Nuts.
Oh! Big move.
And now Nuts, can he get to the tag? Al Snow, no! Oh, it was McChesney that grabbed Al Snow by the foot.
Like I said, there are consequences. John McChesney right now realizing he needs to get out of the way of Al Snow.
Yeah, McChesney hiding behind cameramen, hiding behind anybody he can. In the ring, it's Nuts and Brooks. Former tag champions, Jay Worth, and now this friendship certainly far cry from what it was. McChesney's running from Al Snow on the outside. Al's going to get back to the corner. Nuts has a chance to make a tag. Al's back up and Joe Brooks up right in the nick of time.
And Nuts is just, it looked like he was trying to swim to it, but Brooks just kept nudging back, leaned back up the tag, and then smartly held onto his ex-tag partner's leg while Big League came in and settled things down a bit.
And right back where Big League wants it.
With a lid on the pot, let it simmer a little.
Hard right hands to Jimmy Nuts. Making Nuts rethink his career path as the longest reigning cumulative IWC champion in history. John McChesney scales to the second turnbuckle. A step ahead of Nuts, who tried to counter, but not a step ahead of Plan B.
Nuts doesn't know where he is in the ring. Looking to tag CJ. There we go.
Now, Dick Findal. Tag to Brooks. Here comes Al Snow. And Al Snow's been saving up this energy all match long.
Sorry, but I need to protest these closed fists.
Al Snow, the Crown Prince of Hardcore, he was never known for his technical prowess, although he possesses some great technical prowess. He's a brawler. He's unorthodox. He's uncontrollable, and he's signaling for the snowplow. Brooks is caught. Got him.
Right on his head.
That's gonna do it. No, McChesney.
Big League tapping the brakes.
And this matchup would have been over if not for John McChesney's interruption. Al Snow ducks the clothesline, one of his own. Al's got head, and he's gonna give it to John McChesney. The official was diverted with Joseph Brooks, I believe. He was complaining about the head. And here comes Nuts. Oh no, the official was in the way because Brooks was grabbing onto the shirt. What is this? That's Rex Lawless.
Oh, we haven't seen him in a while.
We haven't seen Lawless in about a year. Lawless was the bodyguard for Team Big League, and Lawless just manhandled Al Snow. Jimmy Nuts doesn't see him. God. Rex Lawless out of nowhere, and he pulls McChesney on top of Jimmy Nuts. No. Oh, damn.
Here are your winners, Team Big League.
Team Big League found another way.
Team Big League.
Always do.
Team Big League steal one. Thanks to that 6'4'5", 270-pound mammoth known as Rex Lawless, and Jimmy Nuts' chance for revenge with a hand-picked partner in Al Snow goes up in flames.
Tonight in a big match. Jimmy Vegas, Asylum, Rex Lawless.
And apparently Rex is back in that same familiar position, anchoring Team Big League, helping do the dirty work.
Well, they had an opening.
And I feel for Jimmy Nuts because this was his chance for a coming out party, his chance to prove John McChesney wrong. There'll be another day for Jimmy Nuts to be sure. The endorsement from Al Snow, and certainly that doesn't come easily. But Team Big League come out on top here tonight. What is Jimmy Nuts' next move?
I want to say first, thank you to you fans, because without you, we couldn't do what we want to do. Thank you very much. I want to give a big hand to Jimmy Nuts. Let's give a big hand to him. He's awesome. There's somebody that I have a problem with that happened here tonight. Yeah, I think you all know who it is, don't you? That's right, it's you! Don't act surprised. Don't act shocked. Get that look off your face and shut your mouth. No, we're not going to talk about it back at the hotel. We're going to talk about it right now. Where were you when he ran in and I got clothes like you? Don't shut your mouth now. What? Excuse me? What is that? Oh, really?
Was having a match with Head, impromptu. A pile driver to Head.
And that hospitalized Andy Kaufman.
I believe, what? Get out of here. I believe this is a rematch from an episode of Raw back in 1999, if anybody's keeping track. There was also a moose head involved, or a deer head, or something to that extent at one point. Al's tired himself out.
I think he may have lost the plot here.
Looked like an attempt at a people's elbow. I doubt he can aim straight for the heart of Head, but I guess stranger things have happened.
I think he doesn't even go for the pin. Although how would he hook a leg?
The leg man. Al Snow, bested by Team Big League with a victory over Head.
What does everybody want? I'm sorry. I'll make it up to you. What does everybody want? What does everybody need? I told you. What does everybody love? That's right.
Called the ballistic missile. This is high impact aerial offense. This guy can hit you from all sides. Young man made his debut at winner take all. Looking to prove himself all over again. He had a rough go of it with Asylum in his debut. We'll see if he can do a little bit better this time around.
To be fair, this time he's not wrestling a wall wearing boots.
Big flash. Not the biggest build, but he's in great shape.
And his opponent.
I'm living in that 21st century, doing something mean to it, doing better than anybody you ever seen. Do it scream from the haters, got a nice ring to it. I guess it's a superhero in his theme music. No one man should have.
He weighs at 236 pounds, wrestling out of Hamilton, Ontario, Canada, making his IWC debut, All Ego, Ethan Page!
Ethan Page has made some noise, another athlete based in Canada, who's gradually begun to infiltrate the United States independent wrestling scene. I first saw this gentleman about 5 years ago, and since then he's put on a lot of size and certainly gained a ton of confidence.
First time actually seeing him in person. So I will say so far he hasn't gained any size, but he still seems pretty confident.
So he's not gained size since the beginning of his entrance.
Correct.
Couldn't do it without you, Jayworth.
Don't I know it? Don't I know it?
IWC proving ground action, for lack of a better term, the Young Talent Initiative of IWC that's been on display for the past several years.
Page already has an issue with fans. I wouldn't try and argue with him.
Page is just an angry guy. I understand that, well, one of the things he pointed out to me when I talked to him earlier is that he just can't wait to leave this place and go home.
Where is he from?
He lives in Canada.
Canada's a big place. I mean, are we talking Toronto? Are we talking Vancouver? Are we talking the outer Manitoba?
The reference was so out there you got an accent. Having flashbacks to Anthony King of James out here.
Whatever, that's a boot.
And Flash.
Broken back bacon.
All right, Flash tossed across the ring. Ethan Page says he's a fan of comic books, big fan of The Rock. Not a bad influence. Well, remains to be seen if he shares any of Rock's positive characteristics.
The Rock is pretty much a human comic book character come to life anyway, so.
Jay Flash would love to be a superhero in this exchange and slay Ethan Page.
Slay? Oh, getting a little vicious. I would think he'd probably be happy with the win.
Jay Flash, a vicious competitor, is a metaphor.
Oh, I get metaphors.
Headlock takeover. And Page is in trouble.
Man, he's not a dragon.
Flash is coming out with a much smarter game plan than he did against Asylum, but then again, how do you even scout a guy like Asylum? How do you prepare for that?
Doesn't matter how many times you throw a tennis ball against a brick wall, the tennis ball's not going to win the exchange. No disrespect to Jay Flash, it's just, look at many people have a size difference to it.
Jeez! Ethan Page manhandling Flash, dropped on his head for two.
I am surprised Flash got out of that.
Now, one of Flash's greatest pluses is his perseverance, his resiliency, his ability to withstand punishment. And
I hope you're right.
If there's anybody that can punish you, it's Ethan Page.
That was a boot flat to the head. If any of you out there are listening and thinking, what kind of punishment can I inflict? Boot to the head is a great start.
That's worked for Page thus far. Saw Page competing in the Battle Royal at the top of the broadcast. Well, not sure if there are any single mothers here that appreciated that. You can tell Page has some kind of inferiority complex, some kind of obsession with himself and how he's the center of the universe at this point.
Yeah, well, but honestly, you sort of need to have that attitude to do well in pro wrestling. You have to believe that you are what people want to see.
Oh! Jeez, release suplex. There's a cover, couldn't have him.
Jay Flash, as you pointed out, perseveres.
Yeah.
Digs deep. Got out of that one at two.
I've seen Flash take some pretty malicious beatings from some very, very large athletes, and he doesn't always win, but he always lives to tell about it. He always comes back to fight another day.
Oh, I felt that.
So imagine how Jay Flash felt.
That sounded like a firecracker going off.
Flash sent across. Page had his steam. Nobody home, and Jay Flash may have a chance.
It's like he's trying to get his sea legs.
Yeah, easier said than done. Caught Page charging in. Flash's body so racked with pain. But taking a look at this. Beautiful tornado DDT.
And now he needs to take advantage. The clapping's great and all, but seriously, stay on Ethan Page. I don't know what he's doing here.
Flash.
Oh!
Using his weight to his advantage. Not the biggest guy, so he uses his body weight as an offensive weapon. Barely gets 2, though.
I like that he held on to the top rope, so as he jumped, he got some counter motion coming down.
And Flash stringing some momentum together here. Page recuperating on the outside. Look out. Jeez! Flash dropped back first on that ring frame. That's the hardest part of a wrestling ring. That's where metal meets wood, and there is no give on that part of a ring, and Page knew that and exploited it.
Oh, there was plenty of give. It was all in his back.
Yeah, you ain't kidding. And Flash is in trouble. Page measuring the ballistic missile drop with a cutter. And Jayworth, we sort of unfairly compared Ethan Page to Asylum at the top of this segment, but make no mistake about it, Ethan Page, he's a big boy all himself.
Oh yeah, we're not talking about someone who looks for small size shirts. He's not in the petite section.
Look at this. There's some of that influence.
Golden arm bomber.
Ethan Page calls that the spinning Dwayne, and I am not making that up. Emphatic win, though, for Ethan Page.
Oh, hold on.
Big things in his future here in IWC.
And if you want to grab that camera, focus on my pecs on that projector so the people over here can see the beautiful movements of awesomeness.
Movements of awesomeness.
Now, the part that really pisses me off isn't that it took you forever to zoom in on my titties. Hold on a minute. They don't get paid to turn off the microphones. Hey, the quicker you monkeys shut up, the quicker Hey! You're lucky I don't make you guys kneel before me! Guys, I'm on a time restraint here. I gotta get this done in the next 2 minutes. Okay, bedtime story, guys. Unless you shut the hell up, I'm gonna stay here for the rest of the night. Okay, so there's this thing coming. Oh my God, shut up! I'm just gonna do this for the camera. Screw all these people. They don't want to like the greatest man walking pro wrestling, living on earth. They can do whatever they want. But come March 22nd, I know they're all listening. I'm demanding my qualifying match for the Super Indy Tournament.
Ethan Page setting his sights on the Super Indy Championship. Only the beginning. This talented young man here at IWC.
No one man should have all that.
RJ, this might be the biggest night. RJ, this might be the biggest night. You as Super Entertainment Champion. And then, right after that, Luke Gallows going up against Dalton Castle. We can have the IWC World Heavyweight Championship. Do you realize this? LaBar, City, Gallows. Championships everywhere. Do you realize what this means?
My friend, do you know the sound of tranquility? It sounds like this. Ah. Do you want to know why I'm so tranquil?
Why?
Because there's no need to be frantic.
I'm not frantic, I'm excited.
No. Calm down. You want to know why? Because we have it in the bag. And when I say bag, I mean victory, not plumber's wife. What I am talking about is that I'm going to keep my title, and you are going to make sure Luke Gallows gets his title, and we are going to have a belt party. That's what's going to happen. We're going to have a big belt party. So you know what? Don't worry your pretty head about it. I'll go out there by myself. I'll take care of it. I don't want you to freak out and get frustrated.
Sure.
Focus on Luke Gallows. I'll be okay. I'll go, as they say, a cappella, without accompaniment.
I love you.
Oh,
good luck.
There's been so much going on tonight, Jayworth. We haven't had a chance to talk about the fact that the Founding Fathers will not be competing tonight for the Tag Team Championship. This is their scheduled allotted time for that contest. The STDs are the tag team champions, but Jayworth, to the best of my knowledge, they have no opponents. Do you have any hot news on that?
I was kind of hoping you knew.
Well, let's hope Chest Flexor does with his utterly ridiculous ring attire.
Utterly.
You got one thing wrong, Pedro. Well, actually, two things. First, no title defense. Second, no match. You see, Dennis Gregory apparently faked an injury because he was so scared of the STDs, and Jimmy Vegas is off somewhere with a bar of soap in his mouth. So I got some good news, Chuck Roberts. No. You don't have to pay us to wrestle tonight. The bad news is, we are here, so we do need that personal appearance fee. Brian, we got the...
This might be the answer to our question.
And I don't think it's somebody coming out to give them their personal appearance fee. Remy, LaVey, and Sam Cassidy, two youngsters from the Iron City Wrestling Academy, they formed a bond in recent months stemming off of their former teacher, Justin Idol, and former classmate, H.D. Cannon, both turning their backs on them. And it looks like
Skip Bader's is who it looks like.
Looks like they may have a thought to interject into the proceeding.
What's going on?
All right. Same with myself. I've been back there listening to you two talk, and I think it's quite apparent you guys are trying to walk out of here with those titles without a fight. Am I right or am I right? Is it, you know? Are you getting that vibe? For those of you who don't know, this match has been booked next weekend. Clearfield, Pennsylvania. Well, right now, you guys don't have an opponent. We don't have an opponent. I say, screw waiting for Clearfield. Let's do it in Elizabeth right here, right now, tonight. What do you say, huh? What do you say, huh, Flex?
You guys want a shot at us? No way. Who have you beat? What have you done? You're not even in the rankings yet of the tag team division. I'm not a chicken. I'm not a chicken. You know what? Since I'm a nice guy, and you know, I've been in your position, well, I don't know if I'd be in your position before, but fine, let's do it. We can take on these guys, right? But, not for the titles. No way, Jose. Ladies and gentlemen, this will now be a non-title affair. The STDs versus the team of the Natural, Sam Cassidy, and the Mindy Racer, Remy LaVey.
So, Farnsworth, we have an impromptu tag team matchup, not what we expected, but the STDs refusing to defend the IWC tag titles. What are they afraid of?
Oh, it's not necessarily that they're afraid of anything, but I think there's a valid point of this team that has just come together may not have earned a title shot yet.
Well, how is that up to Chest Flexor to determine?
Well, he has a title. He already had a match. They asked him if he wanted the match. They put it in his hands. That's how it's up to him. This is not the title match that he was expecting. I think he has a right of refusal.
Well, the STDs are required to defend the tag team championship a certain amount of times over a certain amount of days, and certainly they're scheduled to next week.
What? Okay, so they will defend it next week. They do not have to defend it this week, especially being that the bill of fare has changed.
That's true, but still a big opportunity for Cassidy and Remy LaVey.
It's a big opportunity if they beat him, whether it's for the title or not.
Check that out. Great move by Cassidy. Flexor ducked out of the way, but Cassidy still caught Kingpin. And Sam Cassidy looking good out here.
And,
dubbed the Natural by his trainers at the ICWA because of how easily athletic ability came to him. Been a natural athlete his whole life, even before pro wrestling.
Well, he's tall, he's got a good build. Just needs a little time in the ring. Oh, blind tag.
Remy LaVey, the Mindy Racer. Go behind. Amateur style takedown to Flexor. Nicely done. And these are kids like AJ Flash, who maybe have gone a little, I don't want to say overlooked, but certainly looking to make an opportunity, looking to create an opening for themselves, where guys like Asylum and Ethan Page and Luke Gallows have come on the scene and instantaneously turned everybody's heads. Going to be a little harder for these guys, but they've got that grit to get the job done.
Well, sure, and a great way to do it is beat the tag champs. Whether it's for the titles or not, that's a great way to get some notice, get a little of that spotlight.
And I'm going to have to look into the story on Dennis Gregory and what exactly the issue is. I'm not sure if I buy the fact that he was medically prohibited from competing.
Again. Well, yeah, and the Illuminati controls the government.
Think about it, Jay Worth. How many times have the Founding Fathers come out here and changed matches, canceled matches, postponed matches, bumped up matches, all because they have all these contract loopholes they were put into place when they were running this place about 3 years ago.
They were smart enough to get the loopholes.
I can't deny that.
Use them. They're not breaking any rules. He was not medically cleared. I don't understand why you would immediately doubt that.
Have you met Dennis Gregory?
Yes, and I can tell you can tell there's something off with him. Nobody loves to tussle more than Dennis Gregory. He would fight with an ATM if they gave him the wrong 20. I mean, are you kidding me? No one loves to fight more than Dennis Gregory.
Well, Kingpin might come close. He loves to get rough in there.
Oh, true.
Hard backbreaker. And this guy's got a mean streak. I don't think this guy's all there.
I guess just as Andrew Palace is a goggle enthusiast, he is a bowling enthusiast.
He absolutely is.
He got very angry at the people who were chanting the bowling sucks.
Corey Futuristic, a time travel enthusiast.
Well, yeah.
Ginger, a chest flexor enthusiast.
Not what I thought you were going to say.
Tag made to Flexor.
To be fair, chest flexor, also a chest flexor enthusiast.
Oh, for sure. I'm not sure if you could call him a fashion enthusiast, though.
Oh, I would.
Oh, Remy LaVey in trouble. Jeez, hung up on that top ring cable.
And not in the right part of town.
And Cassidy trying to save his partner, who's being double teamed.
Well, but all it does is let them do it longer. The ref has to maintain the order there, and until he gets back in the corner.
Well, hard to do when you got these moving parts on the outside, Ginger and Corey Futuristic. I'm just surprised to see Corey Futuristic conscious by now after his beginnings tonight, picking a fight with the champion Dalton Castle. Can you believe that?
Well, it's not over for him. He did say he wins the Battle Royal.
Did he?
Yeah. So, I mean, from the future.
What match were you watching?
Yeah, I mean, it could still happen. He's from the future.
Oh, check out Kingpin's power. Just driving Remy down. Dude, something about this Kingpin guy. He's just unstable. He's just nuts. This guy's got anger management issues. He was kicked out of his bowling league. He's a champion bowler, though. And as soon as he channeled that other side of his life, thanks to chest flexor, Kingpin's been pretty darn near unbeatable.
Well, if you have an anger management problem, wrestling is the sport for you.
If he can keep his temper long enough to not get disqualified.
No, but you're going to do a lot better here than, say, in curling.
Well, that's to be sure, yes.
And trust me, you slug someone in curling, you don't get to come back, even if you need to pick up your jacket.
Check out Remy. Up from behind and takes McDowell down. And can Remy get a tag?
I don't think he's looking for one.
That could be a rookie mistake, Jayworth. Modified enziguri. And now it could be a turning point. Now Remy paying for his misdeeds a moment ago of not going for the tag on Cassidy.
5 minutes gone by in this contest. 5 minutes.
Kingpin looking for the tag as well.
Yeah, Flexor's in. In comes Cassidy as well. Two fresh men as this non-title matchup continues. And Remy tripped up Flexor. Cassidy on top. Cover. No.
Standing, jumping, vertical drop kick.
And these kids are showing me something here.
I think they threw an extra word in there.
Cassidy and Remy with some fight, and a bigger man elevated. Spinebuster. Cassidy feeling it.
Flexor eager to get back in.
Flexor.
I'm not sure what happened there. I think he hit him in the knee.
I think that's a debatable scenario. I think the referee was shielded by Cassidy's body. Oh, man. Full Nelson bomb by Kingpin. And Cassidy, I believe, was just sent right into Remy, and Flexor on top for 2.
Cassidy just, for lack of a better term, just trying to help, figuring run in, try and help his partner. His own momentum used against him. Oh
my God. Cassidy trying to hang on for dear life, but he may have straddled himself on the top rope in the process.
And now Kingpin and Flexor just putting the boots to everybody. Flexor has left. I lost him. I don't have him on my monitor.
This is physical. It's not pretty.
Oh!
Rolling splash by Kingpin. What in the world? Flexor just rang the bell.
Oh, really? It's over.
And Kingpin still wants to fight. Ginger trying to explain what happened. This matchup's still going. Remy's still doing battle. Remy gets the better part of Kingpin in that exchange. But STDs looks like they're trying to bail.
Yep. Well, you can't lose the title by count-out.
And Flexor's, I think he's halfway to the locker room by now.
I think I just heard the Flexmobile start.
And Kingpin looks like he was having fun. He wants to scrap some more. Corey Futuristic, I don't even think he knows where he is. Wait, Flexor! He came from the other side! Drop Remy!
Oh, look out!
Cassidy gets dropped! And the STDs just won it!
Here are your winners, the IWC Tag Team Champions, the STDs!
Out through the back door, in through the front.
Well, that was unconventional.
Yeah, but it worked. I would say that stays to the Founding Fathers.
But the question is, the important question is, will it work next week? Combat.
Oh, wait, stop. Cut the music, hold on. Hang on a second, wait a minute. Let me ask you something, and pardon me here, fans. What the hell was that? Are you kidding me? That was fair and square, Chuck. Yeah, fair and square. You ran around to the locker and came back. I might not be able to restart the match, because a match is that. However, what we can do is this. You're supposed to wrestle these guys next weekend in Clearfield. You didn't put the belts on the line, but in light of events here tonight, in light of the fact that they left the ring and came through, next weekend, for the tag team match, will now be for the tag team championships. What? Yeah, what? Oh, where's Ginger? Oh, Ginger, how can he? Who can he? Ginger, I own the company. I can. And guess what, Corey? I and everybody here don't like you, okay? And Corey, I looked into the future. And future for me, Mr. Flexor and Mr. McDowell. And by the way, McDowell, just like I don't like Corey, I hate bowling. That said, no, I don't like you. I looked into the future, and guess what? Next weekend, you two pretty lovely people are barred from ringside. Yeah, so tag team titles one-on-one next weekend. Live with that. Oh, Corey, what's the future predict for you? I don't know.
Chuck Roberts in rare form laying down the law, makes it official. Tag team titles will be on the line in Clearfield. Cassidy, Remy, they get their chance, and they'll be better prepared for the games of the STDs.
That's no way to treat a chrononaut.
Introducing first, the challenger. He weighs in at 195 pounds, and he's a roaming the streets at night, creeping while you're sleeping. The Neon Ninja, the Aerosol Assassin, Facade!
A man who for the past number of years has been the very embodiment of the Super Indy division. A man who's held that championship, I believe, on 3 separate occasions. Very few men have done that in history. Could be number 4, and think about the odds that Facade survived, Jay Worth, to get here. He defeated Colt Cabana, Johnny Gargano in a 3-way matchup. 2 former Super Indy champions, one of them a former Super Indy tournament winner. Facade certainly no slouch in that regard in his own right. We all remember his performance in Super Indy 12.
Although,
fresh out the box, stop, look and watch. Ready yet? Get set. It's all that.
And his opponent. He weighs in at 205 pounds, and as seen on Nickelodeon television, he is your reigning and defending IWC Super Indy Champion, RJ-City!
Well, fresh out the box, stop, look and watch, ready yet, get set. It is RJ City, a man who certainly does believe he is all that. And the Super Indy Championship makes it hard to argue.
It's not arrogance if you can back it up. That's the thing you have to remember. And RJ City, for all the people that get rubbed the wrong way, and I don't like, yeah, he's backing it up. You can complain about him all you want once someone beats him for that title.
As seen on Nickelodeon Splat-A-Lot, I believe he plays Gildar.
If I may. First of all, I think it's nice that you sit on your hands all night, but the second somebody offers a free t-shirt, all of a sudden it's WrestleMania 3. Buy some freaking clothes. Number 2, my opponent tonight is Facade. Oh, that's true. You guys really like Facade, right? And you guys have that chant for him. Well, if you ask me, I think you're all a little too high on spray paint. But I would like to help you guys out. I'm a big Facade fan too. I'd like to add to that chant. Go Ninja, go Ninja, go. Go Ninja, go Ninja, go. Go out of the building, get in your car, go drive, go drive, go drive, and go drive into the Allegheny River, because there ain't no way you can go toe-to-toe with the man who put the entertainment back in sports entertainment, RJ City!
RJ making his thoughts perfectly clear. RJ loves to utilize human psychology, get in the head of his opponents, but will the dynamic change from what we've seen recently from RJ City as you see the prize, the Super Indy Championship, to be decided? RJ City, of course, defeating Zema Ion for that right. But my question is, will the game plan change if RJ City with Justin LaBar not at ringside this evening?
Well, he seemed pretty confident about it. He didn't really need to send Justin LaBar away. I'm saying he has a game plan and he's probably going to stick to it.
Well, they had said that it's in the bag and everything's in place, but what are they referring to?
The win?
Well, if that's what they're referring to, don't you think they're underestimating Facade quite a bit?
They might be. I mean, I know Facade is quite the competitor,
to say the least. Facade's so unorthodox, so unpredictable. And really, I can't think of two more diverse personalities in this organization than perhaps Facade and RJ City. Facade loves to soar to new heights, bell to bell, loves to innovate, loves to invent, loves to leave fans and talent alike all inspired. RJ City, he's all about the entertainment. He's all about singing. He's all about getting his wins as quickly as possible. He doesn't really subscribe to Facade's style or his mindset.
Well, in defense of RJ City, as it turns out, you get paid by the match, not by the minute. I don't blame him for trying to win a match quickly and get out of there and get your purse. If Facade wants to fly around, I'm fine with that, but I'm not about to fault a man who wants to try and get the job done quickly.
Well, that's true, but RJ City doesn't want to win quickly because it's the best strategy. He wants to win quickly so he can be the center of attention.
Okay. And we all have what motivates us. Somewhat money, somewhat glory, somewhat honor, somewhat respect, somewhat a piece of cake. What it comes down to is your motivation is what pulls you along. I'm not going to say RJ City is wrong for wanting to be the center of attention, especially when he's so good at doing it. See?
Well, there you see Facade nipping up, catching RJ with a quick roll-up. That's what happens when you write off your opponent before the opening bell. Facade half a count away from winning the Super Indy title for the 4th time.
A big mistake to make against Facade.
There's a reason why they say he's roaming the streets at night, creeping while you're sleeping. There's a reason why he is called the Neon Ninja, because his mobility, his elusiveness is second to none.
Also, his color palette on his clothing.
Yes, that would be the neon part of Neon Ninja. Yes. Thank you.
I mean, you brought it. He's not just the ninja; he's the neon ninja. So, I was explaining the part to the folks, that you weren't. That's why we're such a good team, Joe.
Is that it?
Yeah. Well, that and the breakdance competition.
Handful of dreadlocks. Now, was that entertainment to you, Jayworth?
I wasn't really looking. I was thinking about a next breakdancing competition.
Out of here. Facade, quicker in the base, you best pay attention, Jayworth. This match could be over. Paddle counter roll. Facade's got it. No. And seamless adjustment into the springboard drop kick. Cover, this could do it. No. Attempted the dreadlock here, but RJ wriggles free.
Well scouted by RJ City.
Very
Saw
true.
what was coming.
RJ's not a dumb guy.
No, not at all.
RJ is a bit too self-absorbed. Thinks his you-know-what doesn't stink. Thinks he's a bigger TV star than he is.
His T-shirt? What doesn't stink?
Well, I'll tell you off air. Facade got caught in between the ropes. That's where the high risk doesn't pay off, and RJ thinks he's the smartest guy in the room.
Well, right now he might be. I mean, I'm here, so, that's a little...
Oh, it's not about you. Get out of here.
Well, you said smartest guy in the room. I'm saying at best he's second.
You gonna tell RJ City he's not the smartest guy in the room?
Well, no, but I will tell him he's the better entertainer. I mean, look at him. He's great.
I am looking at him. He's great. He's just not... No, please don't start singing a cappella. He's great. He's not as great as he thinks. I think Justin LaBar has had a big reason why RJ beat Zima Ion and has held on to that Super Indy Championship.
Like I said, you can complain about it all you want, but until someone beats him for that belt, he has a point.
Well,
he has a very valid point.
Well, we can see that. This is RJ's first matchup here in IWC since day one where he has been alone. That's fact. That's not a complaint. That's not a supposition. That's true.
He's alone in the ring.
5 minutes gone by. 5 minutes.
Justin LaBar comes down ringside to support him. There's a whole other point.
Well, you say support.
Support.
I put support in quotations.
Why? He supports him.
Yeah, he physically supports him.
Show me on the monitor where that happened.
Exactly. LaBar always reminded me of an athletic supporter, but that's another story entirely.
Waka, waka, waka.
Facade sends RJ into the buckle, up and over. Great balance by Facade, as per always.
Oh!
And RJ goes to the eyes, and again, this is very un-Super Indy-like. RJ City is rewriting what the Super Indy division has come to be known for.
Even then, more power to him. If the Super Indy division doesn't work for him and he has the belt, redefine the Super Indy division.
Oh.
That is a smart tactic.
You see the impact Facade's midsection hit that ring cable?
Yeah, and then did you see him snap back down onto the hardest part of the ring?
And RJ looking for something that's obviously Facade's ring attire. RJ going to decorate himself with the gi, or the top, or whatever you want to call it, that Facade wears out here.
I don't think he has it on quite right.
Don't you think?
But again, if you want to redefine the rules, redefine the rules.
He's redefining.
I'm all for it.
He's redefining clothing now.
Well, that's what it takes.
What's he redefining here?
It's a dance move.
Okay.
He's riding the pony.
Far from that breakdancing you're all about. Well, RJ puts the brakes on last second, but Facade waiting.
You were the one who wanted to form the Bad Boy Breakers. Why are you all ashamed of it now?
Stop it. RJ elevates Facade. Snake Eyes into the corner, and you can see Facade still competing with that fire and desire that Super Indy was built on, but RJ shuts him down. Impressive neckbreaker variation by Mr. Sports Entertainment. Could do it here. Near fall. Facade gets the left shoulder up. RJ with a cocky cover left the left side of Facade's anatomy exposed.
It was it.
We want Troy! We want Troy! We want Troy! We want Troy! We want Troy!
Are they chanting they want drugs?
I don't think that's what they're saying at all.
These fans, I think that's what they want.
These fans trying to distract RJ City any way they can. And Facade, you can see, just trying to struggle. And RJ, he's a taller, larger guy than your average Super Indy competitor. You can see RJ's offense taking its toll, but Facade out of nowhere! Straight to the shoulder blade.
I will completely agree with you that I think that RJ has been underestimating Facade. That cocky pin and then not staying on him, he got rolled up.
And RJ does not have Justin LaBar as his safety net here tonight. LaBar dealing with Luke Gallows, that's still to come. But will this plan, whatever it is, that has put LaBar away from ringside, backfire on RJ City? It could happen. We can have a 4-time Super Indy champion here tonight.
Very true. I don't deny that. Ooh. Facade going to those kicks, the bread and butter of his offense.
Yeah, not up that thigh muscle, cut down that base of RJ City. Up and over. And Facade, amazing leverage maneuver. Keeps going with the momentum, connects with a kick.
Oh.
And now could be the dreadlock. Yeah, RJ City, poor ring positioning for Facade, no fault of his own. Facade went high risk again. Jeez. Facade got hung up, hit his tailbone off the edge of the ring apron, may have gotten a whiplash effect off the ropes, and if that wasn't bad enough, he hits a barely protected, not even protected, but covered floor.
And I want to point out, this is the second or third time RJ City has used Facade's high-flying Super Indy style against him.
RJ thinks he's above the division, and there's a pinpoint example. RJ City thinks he's above the high risk, the devil-may-care style, leaving it all in the ring.
Contest, 10 minutes.
Well, right now he is.
RJ thinks he can coast. RJ thinks he can depend on his mind, depend on LaBar, depend on the environment. But sooner or later, something will come back and give him a reality check, and it may be Facade, as RJ has stolen Facade's can of spray paint.
And he's looking to tag someone's side.
And Facade, not aware.
I don't think anyone wants it.
I don't think RJ knows how to use a can of spray paint. Facade knows how to use the ring as a weapon. Springboard plancha. And there's where RJ's ego gets the better of him. Super Indy is not about painting signs mid-match. It's about what Facade just demonstrated. Facade would rather die than surrender that Super Indy championship. He's willing to pay the price. He's willing to endure the consequences.
That's all well and good, but he has to get through someone who so far has been outthinking him.
High risk again, and it pays off. And Facade attempting the dreadlock once again.
He has it.
Mistake submission attempt. And check out the bridge. RJ City's nowhere near the ropes.
That is a perfect bridge. Whoa!
Hey, Facade, over here. Don't think I didn't forget what you did when you stole my Super Indy title. And now March 1st, Clearfield, Pennsylvania. You think you're gonna steal my opportunity to wrestle AJ Styles? You got another thing coming. Nobody wants to see Facade versus AJ Styles. Everyone wants to see the premier athlete versus the phenomenal one. So next week, I'm going to put you out of your misery, and I'm going to prove to the world why I'm the premier athlete. Good luck on the rest of your match, Facade.
Wait, RJ from behind! RJ just rolled up Facade!
Here is your winner, and still IWC Super Indy Champion, RJ City!
Smart always beats strong. Was why humans are where they are right now.
Was that the plan?
I don't know, but it worked. Whether it was planned or unplanned, RJ City walks out with the belt.
Facade got shafted thanks to Tony Nese, and you gotta believe LaVey had his hands in that plan as well.
And you can see how upset he is.
Now, are you gonna tell me RJ City's a better champion than Facade now?
Yes, he has the belt. He defended his belt and got out of there.
But continues to bastardize what Super Indy's been built on.
Oh.
Ladies and gentlemen, Justin Plummer here with your IWC World Heavyweight Champion, Dalton Castle. Now, Dalton, tonight, as you know, you're taking on the winner of the Battle Royal, Luke Gallows, and defending that title. But what you didn't know is he's going to be led to the ring by your friend and mine, Justin LaBar.
Yes, I did know that. I saw them hug each other right after he won the Battle Royal. I love you! But here's the thing, all right? I didn't know who was going to win, but that doesn't mean I didn't prepare for it. Luke Gallows is a hell of an athlete. I mean, I question his choice in company. That's poor. But he's a big guy and he can move. But don't think for a second that I won't drop that big, bald idiot on his big, stupid head. I'm the IWC champion, and I'm never giving this up! Ah, yeah!
All right, Pedro, back to you. Ladies and gentlemen, from the Court Time Sports Complex here in Elizabeth, Pennsylvania, it is now time for your IWC New Era main event of the evening. It is a singles contest scheduled for one fall with a 1 hour time limit. Your referee in charge of the action at the sound of the bell, IWC Senior Official, Mr. Troy Davis. Introducing first the challenger, being accompanied to ringside by Justin LaBar and Amber O'Neal. He weighs in at 305 pounds, wrestling out of Chicago, Illinois. He is a former WWE and TNA superstar, Luke Duck Gallows.
Whether it was Straight Edge Society in WWE or Aces and Eights in TNA, Luke Gallows has been associated with some of the most dangerous and long-standingly dominant factions in this era of professional wrestling, and it's easy to see why. 6'6", 6'7", hovering around that 290 to 300 pound mark. Luke Gallows wasn't even scheduled on this event a couple of weeks ago. However, now he can become IWC champion.
I thought if you're going to hire a gun, you may as well hire a big one. I don't blame any of those groups for looking to get him on board. Take a look at him. Jeez.
Yeah, Amber O'Neil, who we didn't even expect to see here tonight. She's an accomplished athlete in her own right, but she was part of that distraction that was concocted by LaVey, by Gallows, in order to get Jimmy Nuts out of the picture and let Luke Gallows into the main event.
He weighs in at 225 pounds, wrestling out of Albany, New York. He is your reigning and defending IWC Heavyweight Champion, Dalton Castle.
After over a year of pursuing IWC champion John McChesney, Dalton Castle finally got that fair opportunity. Finally got that one-on-one scenario, and boy did he make the most of it. Dalton Castle captured that IWC championship and has promised to take on all comers since then.
It was like he made a decision that he was not walking out of that ring without the title, and he didn't care what happened around it.
And this new era, some call it the era of the Peacock, it's certainly the era of Dalton Castle on top of the International Wrestling Cartel, what some would call a much welcome breath of fresh air.
Well, he needs to ignore everyone that's chanting and worry about the big guy in the ring, otherwise the Peacock era could end quickly, could become the era of Luke Gallows, the era of Doc, the era of Festus.
Gallows competed in IWC before while we're going through history. Back in 2004, I believe his name was Dorian DeVille. Saw him tangle with, my memory serves, Giant Tarantula, Pittsburgh legend. First time we've seen him in a decade, though. Ditto for Al Snow, actually, who also appeared in 2004. But Gallows has been touring the world. Not only has he had success throughout the United States, but certainly in Japan as well.
Yeah, definitely. And right now, yeah, you get the feeling that the Peacock is sort of poking the bear.
Yeah, Dalton is not used to being the smaller man in a contest.
Yeah, well, and yeah, he is not a small individual, but he is being dwarfed by Luke Gallows at the moment.
Yeah, Dalton fighting for all he has at this point, but Gallows quick to shut down the champion. I believe Gallows is at New Japan Pro Wrestling. Correct me if I'm wrong. He's had success in lately.
I believe that is correct.
I believe he's aligned with the current IWGP Tag Champions, the Young Bucks, Matt and Nick Jackson. So once again, best talent in the world find themselves associated with Gallows, such as CM Punk, such as Bully Ray.
Is he part of the Bullet Club?
I believe he is. And it's Dalton.
Oh, look at this.
Intricate pinning combination. Keep in mind, Dalton's collegiate sports amateur background. He certainly knows what he brings to the table. It's not just charisma. It's not just a brawling situation. Dalton Castle is so versatile, so diverse.
Plus, he has all those muscles.
That doesn't hurt.
Yeah.
Not as many as Luke Gallows, though.
He didn't ask for him. He just asked him.
Great agility by Dalton. And Dalton is deceptively quick and agile for his size. And I think a matchup like this is certainly where Dalton has to play to that strength more so than usual.
Oh!
And LaVey getting involved.
He absolutely did there. I saw that. I call it like I see it. You were right. He got involved there.
Well, thank you. Keep in mind, LaVey had told, as we have a cover in the ring for two, LaVey told John McChesney at one point, let me take care of Jimmy Nuts for you. And really, that kind of came to fruition earlier tonight when Gallows eliminated Nuts from the Battle Royal. Now it comes down to LaVey wanting the greed of possessing all the IWC singles championships. RJ City is still Super Indy champion. Can you imagine how much we're going to hear out of LaVey's mouth if Luke Gallows wins the IWC title, which is very possible.
Very, very possible.
Look through IWC history at some of the champions that we have had, from Balls Mahoney, the Sandman, Ricky Reyes. A lot of guys you'd look at and maybe wouldn't picture as the face of the IWC. They've been the face of the IWC.
It doesn't matter how they look, it matters how they are. You know?
You don't have to have a long storied career here to be the champion. You could come in the back door and outsmart everybody. And that's the plan with Luke Gallows.
And to be fair, he played to his strengths. Heard there was a battle royal that the winner gets a title shot. Well, how many people are going to contest him in a battle royal? We saw, what, 2 that stood up that were able to hang with him for a bit?
That's less than 10%.
Yes. Well, 2 would be 10%.
There were more than 20 in the match.
Oh, really? I was counting.
They were all Gallows with a slam. And Dalton in trouble here. Down with a splash. And that could do it. Air rushing out of Dalton Castle.
How many were there?
I believe there were maybe as many as 25, but they kept flying out so quickly it was hard to get an exact number.
I was a little distracted at that point.
Practicing your breakdancing again. Gallows with that reverse chin lock. Cuts off that blood supply to the brain via the carotid artery. Blood is what transports the oxygen. You don't get oxygen upstairs, the lights go out.
Well, he doesn't have him in the right position to choke him out.
Especially not with Dalton on his feet at this point.
At that point, you just try and make him use as much energy as possible. Oh!
And Dalton
making a comeback, or trying to, until that giant ham hock just chopped him right down.
Dalton's a great striker, but his targets normally aren't immovable. See how Justin LeBar decorated his leather jacket?
I did.
Got reality check written on the back of it if we can get a shot of that at some point later on in this matchup as it progresses. I'm sure LeBar will involve himself at some point. We're going to look at it. Jeez! Gallows, nicknamed Doc in Aces of Eights, it stands for Director of Chaos. You can see Gallows living up to that name. Big head of steam. Charging in. Oh my God! A clothesline that would make Henson and Bradshaw jealous. And that almost did it.
5 minutes on by this contest, 5 minutes.
And near 300 pounds normally does not move that fast.
After that clothesline, Dalton Castle should be happy he gets to keep his head, much less might get to keep his title.
Yeah, underscore Mike. Dalton was very confident out here with me in the opening battle royal. But it took a tone for the serious once Dalton's fate was decided.
Well, understandable. All of a sudden, when you're looking at there, when you're looking at that shaved Yeti coming at you, all of a sudden the jokes may go out the window.
But you know what? Even with Luke Gallows' victory, Dalton never faltered. Dalton never let on to me that he didn't believe Dalton would win. And that, to me, is a big-time mark of a champion. And if there's anybody that can survive this, it may just be Dalton Castle.
Like I said, if you want to be a champion, you have to have the confidence. You have to believe that you are the best. Dalton certainly believes it, for good reason. He's proved how good he is. It's just, if he can't beat Luke Gallows, he's not the best, is he?
It would be true, depending on how LeBar may factor in. And Amber O'Neal. And check out this matchup, turning into an all-out brawl. Look at this. Jeez.
I don't know that I would try a brawl with Luke Gallows.
Gallows breaks the count, smart move, can only win the title in the ring. And check out Dalton with a counter! Hurricane Run, a takeover out of nowhere!
And Dalton getting a chance to clear the cobwebs. Smart move. Not only sent Gallows flying, it got him back in the ring and got some separation. But he needs to get to his feet. Gallows comes in standing.
Gallows with a wild swing, but Castle trying to build off of that desperation maneuver. Takes the big man down to a knee and keeps him down.
Drop kick to the side of the head.
Dalton with a chance, you gotta stay on your man. Bulldog nicely done. Amber O'Neal on the apron.
Yes, she is. Oh, nurse.
And Dalton, but look at this! Gallows just clocked Amber O'Neal, and she's out!
I think she just collapsed into Justin LaVey.
And Gallows can't believe what he's done. And Dalton Castle from behind the deadlift. Can he jump at 300 pounds? My God, he did! Dalton Castle retains the title.
Here is your winner, and still IWC Heavyweight Champion, Dalton Castle.
You want to know how you beat Luke Gallows? You dump him on his head, just like the Peacock said.
What a victory for Dalton Castle, successfully defending the IWC Championship, and he earned every single bit of that victory.
Each and everything. And wow, Justin LaVey, slow to get up. Amber O'Neal got punched.
Oh, look out, Gallows is upset. LaVey's grand plan backfired. He still has the Super Indy Championship, but couldn't rest the IWC Championship. Dalton Castle's championship reign is legit, Jayworth. Dalton Castle proves, wasn't a fluke, wasn't a one-hit wonder. Big time win over Luke Gallows, and it's only the beginning. But there is the Peacock here in IWC. We thank you very much for joining us from Elizabeth, Pennsylvania for IWC A New Era. Thank you for welcoming us here into 2014. We'll see you next time as we venture back to Clearfield.